So at this point of the build, the neck is about 90% completed. The back is carved, the frets are in. I still need to drill the tuner holes and clean up the headstock, but most importantly is that the heel is pretty much in its final shape. So that means I'm ready to carve the neck pocket on the body, and that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay. The first step is to properly find out where the neck will sit, and to do that I drew my line where the fingerboard will sit, and at the end of the fingerboard I also drew a line there, and those two will match up, so I know how far my neck will sit. And according to my plans, I also know how deep I need the neck to be, and that's where that line is. So knowing where to stop and how deep to go, the next thing I need to know is where to place it. Okay, so here's the setup. The body is raised so that I could put these clamps. I have a laser level here which has a magnet underneath, and I've put it on the card scraper, which I've then attached to the body. That allows me to fine-tune the level to align the laser beam with the center line, which I have marked with a pencil. I loosely put the neck on with these two clamps, and then with the laser on, I'm going to use the dot markers on the neck, because those are by definition at the center of the neck, and also at I've drawn a little dot at the end, at the center of where the nut would go, and so when everything is aligned, the laser should hit all the fret markers and that center line. So I aligned the neck with the laser, and I'm pretty happy with the alignment, and I tightened the clamps. Here's a different view. It's nice to use a laser to do this, but you can do the same thing with either a long ruler, or even a piece of string would work really well. The next step is to draw the pocket perimeter on the body, and then I'm going to use these pieces of wood that I know are very straight, and basically and use double stick tape to make basically a template around the neck. I'll double check one last time that everything is straight, and it is. And now I can remove the neck. So what I have left is basically the neck pocket that will be carved out. Before routing out the pocket with a router, I'm going to remove most of the wood on the drill press using a Forstner bit. Now I'm not going to go all the way to the depth that I've drawn, because I want the bottom to be perfectly flat, and I'll use the router bit to do that. So here it is after the drill press. I have stayed away from my template, and also I've left about a 1/4 inch above my bottom line. Now I'll use my router to make a clean pocket. Something I forgot to mention is that this guitar will not have a tilt on the neck. The bottom of the heel is flat, and the bottom of the neck pocket is also flat, so there's no tilt. Now, but you can also use this method if you did have a tilt in your guitar. The way I usually do it is I incorporate the angle into the heel. I find that much easier to do rather than incorporate the angle in the pocket. Also, I should mention that this method works on a body that's flat, like this one. If you had a carved body, then this would be very awkward. So I'll be using a router bit with a ball bearing at the top that will ride against the template here. I put a bit of masking tape on the wall of the template, and that will act as a shim to basically make the pocket a fraction of a millimeter smaller. So after the first pass, I basically outlined the perimeter, cleaned it out. Some of the tape has been chewed up, so I'm going to replace that. And I'll probably take 2 more passes to come to the proper depth. So I routed all the way down to the line. And it's now time to take off the templates and see if the neck fits. So what I need to do is square off these rounded corners in there. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the fit. This is just about right. If it's too tight, then you won't have any room for the glue, and as you put the neck in, the glue will squeeze out. So using a chisel, I squared out the ends here. And now the neck can fit in properly. So I just put the laser on to check, and everything is dead on, everything is center. So I'm pretty happy with this neck pocket. Here's the bottom. So eventually, if you're wondering, this portion will be cut out. So that's how I carve my neck pockets. I've been doing this on a few guitars, and I've been very successful with it. And I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And that's it. Thanks.